GC Kids. I am sitting outside my house by my garden. It's one of my favorite spots. And today, I am so excited to be with you this Sunday. I have my puppy dog lady, she's here with me, and my chickens are out, so if you see them in the background, they're pretty fun to watch. But first, before we get started on today's lesson, I'm just so glad to be with you today. And you know what? It's been a hard couple weeks, hasn't it? Yep, it has. School's out now, but what a different time we're living in, where school's out, but we've been out of school, we've been working on school at home, we want to keep people safe, and then there's been a lot of hard things with coming to light about people that are different than maybe myself, people that have black skin or brown skin, and realizing, man, they're not treated very well. And so it's just been a tough time. But in these times especially, we can grow and we can learn to love others and to hear others. I think a lot of the times to be a really good friend is to be a good listener, right? So if you have an opportunity to listen to someone's story, do it. You'll be blessed and you'll show that person how much you love them. Cool. Well, before we get started on today's story, let's review from last time. And last time it was so exciting because we heard the story about Saul. Saul was, he actually thought that people who followed Jesus were bad. They were wrong. He thought he was right. But then what happened? Yeah, he met Jesus face to face. And Jesus said, Saul, don't do this. Why are you hurting my friends? Why are you hurting me? And Saul realized that, oh my goodness, Jesus, he is Lord. And so he changed. He's a follower of Jesus. And Jesus gave him a new name. Instead of his name being Saul, his name is Paul. Pretty cool, huh? So when Saul changed his heart, he had a new name. So his name now is Paul. Well, we're going to continue with Paul. And Paul wanted to be just like Jesus. And remember last time we had this list, and there are different ways that we can train to be a friend of Jesus, to be like Jesus. So sometimes we think, oh, that's impossible. I can't be like Jesus. Well, you're right, we can't. But with Jesus' love and his help, we can sure show people love just like he did. By listening, by being gracious, by sharing, by, living simply, right? Not having to have our own way. Those are all things that Jesus taught us. And so Paul set out to be like Jesus. So one of the examples I gave you was actually playing basketball. Do you remember that example? Yeah, so when you're practicing for basketball, you might do an exercise or you might keep shooting hoops, but it's not about doing that exercise or running laps. It's about being prepared for that big game. So I have a special guest today from our youth group, and she has a little video that I think you're gonna love.
Hi, my name's Ellery Gamble. Did I get it?
Yeah.
Wasn't that so fun? So just like living a life with God, we keep trying. And Jesus is with us, and he's teaching us. He's showing us God is with us, and we can live a life with God right now. And he just says, come live life with me. And if you get it wrong, just come back to me, say I'm sorry, and pick yourself up again, and let's try again together, right? So, let's continue talking about Paul. So here was Paul, he was changed, and he followed Jesus. He followed the Holy Spirit, and he went on all kinds of journeys to tell people about Jesus, right? And so he hey lady, I know. So he traveled all over the world telling people about Jesus, and he taught them how to live a life with God. And the Holy Spirit gave him power to do that. So today we're going to look at this a little bit more. Paul's journey. What did it look like? What happened next? Where did he go? Let's find out. Okay, Paul's journey. Paul traveled far and wide. He taught everyone he met about Jesus. The new believers were called Christians because they were followers of Jesus Christ. Paul traveled with different helpers. He shared the good news with everyone he met. He baptized many people. Wow. So he traveled all over the place. During Paul's travels, he started many churches. Sometimes he would walk for miles and miles. Do you wonder about anything about his journeys? Think about it. He traveled for miles and miles. Man, I wonder what he saw. Do you think he saw all kinds of animals? Or, I don't know. How many miles do you think he walked? That's what I wonder. Did his feet get sore? Did he ride on a camel? What do you wonder about? What would it be like if you would be Paul back then? Imagine. It'd be pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Other times, he would take a boat across the sea. There's the boat. He told everyone about Jesus and how Jesus loves them. So look, these are all the different routes that Paul traveled, and they have record of it. He wrote letters to his churches, and we can study the very places he went and the churches he started, and we can learn so much from them. So I wonder what it would have been like to be on that boat. Do you wonder too? Yeah, what do you wonder about? Think about it and share it with your family or your brother or sister beside you. What do you wonder about with this journey that Paul traveled? So cool. Okay, so Paul went on so many journeys, and he was telling people about Jesus all over the place. He was following the Holy Spirit, and he was following his leader, Jesus. So we're going to play a game. So we invite you to play at home as well with your family. We're going to play Follow the Leader, just like Paul followed the Holy Spirit to go tell people all about Jesus. So, Charlie, you're going to be our leader? Yep, Charlie's our leader. And let's do it. Let's line up, and we have to do everything that Charlie does. Ready, go. So, this brings us to our memory verse. Let's take a look. It's in Acts 19, verse 20. In this way, remember Paul's journey, he was going all over the place. In this way, the word of the Lord spread widely and grew in power. That's your memory verse today. Oh, lady saw something. Who knows? It could have been a butterfly and she'd bark at it. So that's our memory verse. Such a good one. So next, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a piece of paper. I have a pink piece of paper because we're going to draw a heart. So go get a piece of paper and some markers and draw yourself a big heart, just like that. And if you notice, I wrote something inside my heart. And if you can write your letters, you can do this too. And if you can't, that's okay. You can draw a picture, right? So this is what it says. It says, love is doing good for others. Love is doing good for others. Now I want you to think about that. What is something you can do that's good, to show that you love someone? What can you do? Think about it. Well, you know what I could do? I could maybe help by cleaning up toys. My kids' toys. I could show them that I love them by saying, you know what, today kids, because guess what? My kids have to clean up their toys. Yep. Maybe sometimes I can say, you know what, I love you guys. Today, I'll pick up your Legos. Oh, have you stepped on a Lego? They really hurt. Yes, they do. So that's one thing that I could do to show them I love them. Or what about if I would love someone so they could do something good? So, I know what. Maybe if your parents, I know a lot of people are working at home, maybe if your parents have to do something for work, you could help them love the people they're helping at work by maybe going off and playing by yourself for a little while. Or maybe if you know if somebody needs a meal, you could help your mom or dad make a meal so that your parents could love your neighbors or your friends really well, right? It takes all of us to love each other, doesn't it? So let's read that again. Love is doing good for others. And what I want you to do is I want you to draw a couple pictures. What can you do that's really good to show that you love someone, right? A good thing. So I'd love to see what ideas you come up with, and you can share them with me. I would love it. Super cool. All right. The last thing I want to do today is I want to pray together. And I would like to pray for you. I want to pray a blessing over you kids today. I miss you so much, and summertime's here. It's sure gonna look different. A lot different from most other full calendars with lots of different things going on, but we can still have lots of fun. And I hope to have another video this week about different fun things you can do at home that you might not think of. Maybe one thing, we went and got a huge box and we turned that box into a rocket ship, or I think my kids turned it into a house then. So different things like that that are simple but can be really fun. So let's pray together. You ready? So you can bow your heads if you'd like to. You can even open your hands like this if you'd like to. I'm going to bless you now and hope you have a great Sunday. Pray with me. Jesus, thank you so much for these GC kids. Thank you for all their special talents and gifts. Thank you that you want to live life with us forever and ever and ever. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for being with us and giving us the power to follow you. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, GC Kids, for joining me this Sunday, and I can't wait to see you again this coming week. Bye.